Dew's awfully thin these days.
What do you expect? Farmers are raising their fields and traders their roots.
There's no way of knowing if Doris will confide in me, but I can speak to her at least. Rutherford. Wasn't that the name of my uncle's manservant? Why would he be at Martha's Rest? Hopefully it's nothing. But I should speak to Blackthorn just in case. What could be wrong with Torgor? Trouble with the ledgers. Blackthorn.
Not really, no.
This won't take long. I just wanted to ask that you might still be doubting your craft. Perhaps sharing your thoughts might help.
That bastard's like a dog with a bone. Still, he's got a keen eye, I'll give him that. He's just, well...
And that was?
A sword. An odd-looking thing with us. The metal itself wasn't anything to write home about, but you could slice a man clean in two with a weapon like that.
So that's what's troubling you?
No. Not troubling me exactly. More distracting. Can't stop thinking.
And if you knew how to do it, we could arm the curse breakers with even better blades.
That's about the size of it, yeah.
I'll see what I can find out. Sharper swords are always welcome, and we can't have our master blacksmith being distracted.
You're a soft touch, you know that. But I can't say I'm not grateful for it.
Thank you. Let's see what Karen knows about this sword. You're looking well, Karen.
What do you want?
I want to know about the sword you showed Black...
Running around after him again, are you?
I suppose I am, yes.
Little wonder, I suppose. There's not many like that make it as far as the twins, and though, which made it nice and easy finding a buyer.
Can you tell me who bought it?
You think I tell people who my clients are? Suppose you're not likely to go nicking him off. Fine. Lord Ignac's the man you want. And he's got more money than sense, which is why he's one of my favourites. Reckon he'll still be at the inn in Dallamil.
Thank you, Karen.
Oh. And he's...
I appreciate the warning. I got your note. You think something's wrong with Torgal?
So you can read. Congrats, but I didn't say how we're wrong with him. I said he used to love cracking the bones from Molly's boiled brown, but now didn't like him. Which is why I'm of a mind that you've not been working him too hard, have you?
No harder than usual. Is that it, boy? Do you need a rest?
What was it you said he was? A frost wolf?
That's what the lawsman seems to think.
Then maybe this all has something to do with whatever it is that's woken inside him.
I suppose things have been different since Rosalith. Perhaps Hippocrates knows something.
Instead of everything, you mean? Perhaps.
Covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them. It's a wonder they can still walk.
Where are you?
Can I help you, Sid?
I'm looking for Doris. Is she here?
I'm afraid not. She's at Martha's Rest on a job. My job, actually. When she heard what the mission was,
Did she?
following up on some new information. Once they'd settled in, the bearers you helped liberate in the Dragon's Eyrie were keen to talk about their imprisonment.
The slaver Cole's team were tracking when they were attacked by the beastmen. I'll go and find her.
If she's not moved on already, yeah.
Why would Doris insist on going alone? Maybe Cole was right to be worried.
Clive.
That's why I'm here.
Shh. Otto might be listening.
Is this better?
A little. Listen. I've some bad, and it's maybe my fault. Sadly, that square turned out to be more of a circle. Zero, you might say. I can straighten it out, I swear, but it's gonna take some time, and I'm gonna need help keeping it from Otto.
Bit late for that, I would say.
There you are! What a surprise!
So let me get this straight. You forget to pay our lenders what they're due, and instead of coming straight to me, you get Clive to come to you. And I hope he'll dig you out of the hole you've dug for yourself. Clive, the man in charge of the place you've been cheerfully trying to bankrupt. And you thought this was a cunning plan. Why? Well, who needs paying?
Oh, just Martha. And the dame. And, well, Lady Karen. But only 500 talents.
We owe 3 of our most trusted friends 5 million gil.
Each. 5 million each. They lent us the bulk of the money we used to rebuild the hideaway, you see, and, well, I must have made some sort of oversight.
Those ledgers were my responsibility, and it was my decision to entrust them to you. This is my fault.
Do we have that much to hand? I can always ask my uncle.
No, we don't. And no, you won't. We've lightened Lord Rosfield's purse enough. After the king's ransom we had off him, he deserves better than to see our begging bowl. Besides, we'll need to learn to stand on our own if we're gonna make this work.
All right. But that doesn't mean you have to shoulder the burden yourself. Is there anything I can do to help?
There might be. How'd you fancy taking these to Martha and the dame?
Rocks.
Rocks, he says. Worth 1,000 talents apiece, these are. A little something Sid and I set aside for when times got lean. And I reckon 15 million in overdue debt probably qualifies. I just hope our associates' eyes are a bit more discerning than yours.
I'm sure there will be.
Should be me making the rounds, really. But you know how it is with this place. Orders to bark, asses to wipe, and all that.
I know. Which is why I don't mind going in your place.
Go. Do you know why I only gave Master Clive here 2 star rubies?
Because you'd rather Lady Karen killed me.
Because I'd rather Lady Karen killed you. Yes.
Well, I suppose this is goodbye then.
Don't worry. I'm sure Karen will understand.
Really? Do you think so?
No, I don't.
How do you...
I'll have the Martha's Rest and nail 2 quests at once. Doop,
Oh,
doop,
it should be
doop.
somewhere nearby. Assuming she's
And
still
also
here.
there's this guy. Doop, doop. Alright, that's Martha.
Ah, Clive.
Oh?
You remember how some of Sir Wade's guardians took up resident? Well, now the rest have come to join him. See, now, I don't mind having a few more, but we ain't got nowhere for him to bed down. I'd build him a new barracks here if I... But where would I put him? Which leaves us in a bit of a pickle.
I see.
And it isn't just that lot. There's bears to think about too. There's been more and more of them turning up lately, coming from all over looking for... But there's only so many we can shelter with the room we've got. We can't keep cramming more and more people into less and less space. What we need is a new home for our new arrivals. And that's what I was hoping you might...
It's no burden.
Thank you, Clive.
So,
Well, I reckon...
Eastpool. It's been a long time since I thought about that place.
It was a tragedy. What? And if any of us could have done anything to stop it, what's done is done.
I suppose you're right.
The blight might be pressing in, but there's just one problem. A band of cutthroats have made it their den. Nasty bastards, they would have sent someone to clear them out sooner, if my boys didn't already have their hands full. But now we've got a few more guardians.
I do. Eastpool was once home to people I loved.
And I know the men will gladly follow. I've already shared a few thoughts with Sir Wade about, and I dare say he's got some ideas of his own too.
Of course.
I'll help him too.
We return to Eastpool then. Not just yet. Let's hear Wade's plan first.
My lord Marquis, it is you? Then you received my letter. I am Sebastian Rutherford.
Of course.
Yes, my lord.
And what was so sensitive that you couldn't put it in writing?
1,000 apologies, my lord. I did not...
It's all right.
I am here at Martha's Rest, tasked with learning what I am able of the... And what I have learned is grim. The subsequent darkening of the heavens has only made things worse. The gears of governance have ground to a halt, and without a steady hand on the tiller, the realm threatens to drift into utter chaos. Your lord uncle, however, believes there is a way to avoid this fate, and is determined to see it set in motion.
That sounds like quite the...
It is.
Alas.
I have lost contact with 2 of those colleagues already. They are both able-bodied and trained in the sword, yet in these dark times, even that may not prove sufficient to keep a man safe on the road.
So you want me to find them? I'll need to know where they went.
One I sent to investigate the Republic, the other the old imperial capital of Oriflamme.
That doesn't exactly narrow it down.
Thank you, my lord.
Just because the heavens have gone to rack and ruin, it don't mean we have to. Now, let's get this stall set out.
It doesn't still hurt, does it?
It's
Been a pleasure, Doris. Just like old times.
I'll give your offer some thought, my lady.
How goes the investigation?
Sid, what brings you to Martha's Rest?
You.
Of course. And it had to be me. She's no fool. If we'd come in force, she would have spotted us straight away.
That was her just now, wasn't it? So, was it a fruitful reunion?
I'd say so. She tried to recruit me. Seems her time in Rosaria is coming to an end. She's abducted bearers from across the region and is looking to smuggle them back into Sambrec. After her brush with those beastmen on the road to Northreach, she hired herself an Imperial escort. She's dangerous, Sid, but I think I can stop her.
Then I'm going with you. I'll take care of the escort. You can see the bearers to safety. Where are they?
The Baum Archers, soon to break camp. You go on ahead.
I did not realize you can do that. Blah blah blah. Pet the Torgal. That was a bunch of gutter trash. Doop doop doop. Put them gutter trash and no more. So, looks like that's where I gotta go. Just getting there. Boop boop. Earthquake, bitch. Bam, 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 bam. Out of here. Pussy trash garbage. Alright. Let's see. How do I get here? Maybe I had to go from this one. Yeah, it looks like it actually. I ain't got time for them. Doop doop doop. All right. Let's see. Okay. Let's switch that out for heat wave. Mm-hmm. La la la. Bitch.
Time to fight.
Die. Time to not get distracted though. Let's take care of some of these quests. I think I might have goofed. Yeah, I really do think I just did. Lovely. But it looks like I can fix the error. Just gotta go back. Looks like I need to just go across the bridge. Let's see if I can... Okay. Out of my way. I don't got time to deal with your own. I think that might actually be... I wonder. Yep. That's exactly. It looked like this was a rock. I mean, like a wall back here, but I was wrong, and I'm glad I was.
Good. They haven't broken camp yet. How did Doris come to know a slaver, I wonder?
We've waited long enough. She's not coming. Ready the bearers. We're leaving.
Back to civilization, is it, Mom?
With all haste, lest any of you lackwits start talking like these feckless bumpkins. I presume your men are ready. We've suffered too many delays as it is. Any more, and I'll be docking your pay.
Yes, Mom.
Oh, but before you go, it appears we have company. Kill him.
You're welcome to try.
Trash.
So much for your escort.
You'll forgive me for not avenging my men. I'm not the swordswoman I used to be. I surrender. Do with me as you wish, Sid the Outlaw.
Sid!
Ah, Doris. I take it you're not here to rescue me from our brooding renegade? You know, I always wondered where you'd vanished to. But casting your lot with this criminal of all people.
Better fighting for a cause than killing for coin. I'm sorry, Sid. I should have told you sooner. This woman, my former master, once trained bearer children to be weapons in service of the highest bidder. She raised me like a daughter, and I did terrible things to earn her favor.
It wasn't all terrible. You were always so eager to learn, and had such clever hands. All my other children took either to the blade or to the books, but you proved yourself a master of both. How about it, my little dagger? Care to swear that blade to me again?
I never swore my blade to you. To liberate the bearers of this world. Farewell, Master. Thank you for making me the weapon I am.
You always were a righteous child. Perhaps that's the reason I loved you so.
What a bitch.
What do you want to do with her?
I am not the killer she wanted me to be. Not anymore. And she no longer has friends in high places. The Dame does, though. Her connections at the Imperial Court will see that justice is done.
All right. If you're certain.
I am. And thank you for everything.
Then I should head back to the hideaway and put Cole's mind at ease.
little sad little cutscene.
Welcome back, Sid. Doris's message just arrived.
With any luck, they'll be joining us in the hideaway shortly. Oh, and your letter. You don't need to worry about Doris anymore.
I'd been hoping as much. So the slaver we'd been chasing all these months was her former master. She's been arrested, by the way. Oh, she won't be getting off lightly. Can't have been easy for Doris.
I'm sure it wasn't.
I hope so. Suppose you should know, eh? You had quite the past yourself before you came here. Or anyway, thanks again, Sid.
Keep up the good work, Cole.
All in a day's work.
Lawsman.
He isn't ill, is he?
I don't think so. But according to Lady Karen, he seems to have lost... She says he's hardly been touching his bones of late, and she believes it may have something to do with what happened at Rosalith Castle.
I rather think she might be right. All canids are instinctively inclined to crack open bones for the rich marrow that resides within, and I see no reason why a frostwolf should be any different. Accordingly, I suspect it is not a lack of... If we assume that his newfound magics require additional nourishment to sustain, it may well be that the bones Lady Karen is accustomed to providing are no longer sufficient. Frostwolves, after all, habitually prey upon far larger animals. As to where one might find a suitable substitute...
I don't recall ever seeing any that large.
And little wonder. The oldest and largest such creatures rarely leave the safety of the highlands for fear of predators. The last elder antelope sighting I recall hearing about took place near Cressida, and that was long before the village was abandoned.
Even so, it seems like a
good hunting, Clive.
Mid said I could ride the Enterprise next.
It's not going to be easy finding one. People take notice of wealthy men. Shouldn't be too hard to track down Karen's collector.
Such a fuss outside. It's driving away our customers.
My reputation will be ruined! Ruined!
Calm yourself, Lord Ignac, I beg.
Pardon the intrusion, but...
Out! Get out! I paid for these rooms so I wouldn't be disturbed. Leave me be!
Please, Allah, his lordship is going through a difficult time, and he's...
Radim! Get rid of the filthy oaf this instant!
Very good, Lord Ignac. Would you mind stepping outside for a moment?
I'm sorry if I've caused you any trouble.
That? Oh, no. That's just how his lordship is. Though the morning's events have left him somewhat fractious. He has been dispossessed of his luggage, you see. The thieves also made away with a considerable amount of coin. Coin the innkeeper will soon be keen to collect.
I don't suppose a certain blade was among the stolen items. A single-edged sword. It was purchased from a merchant friend of mine.
Ah, you know Lady Karen. Yes, I'm afraid it was.
Then I'll retrieve Lord Ignac's luggage. But I have one condition.
You have but to state it. You are welcome to anything that is within my power to grant.
I want an audience with Lord Ignac. A few minutes should be enough. Then I'll be on my way.
A condition I would be a fool to refuse. Of course, you shall have your audience.
I don't suppose you saw where the thieves went?
I did not, no. Though some discreet inquiries made on his lordship's behalf mean that I know where you might find them. The bandit's bed. Every ill-gotten coin in Dalamil is said to pass through that disreputable corner of the Valcroy.
And that's where I'm heading.
I shall speak to Lord Ignac in your absence, and arrange for an audience upon your triumphant return.
That will be very kind of you.
Farewell, and best of luck.
Why the hell would Victor take the bearers?
Can you believe? I think we'd better shut up shop.
Sounds like something's happening in the square.
Nothing to report. Same as yesterday.
Someone's got himself in trouble.
I don't see your master here, so you can start by giving us all the coppers in your purse.
I already told you, I have nothing.
Then maybe we'll take that pretty outfit and the steel you're wearing.
Please! These men are trying to rob me!
I'll deal with this.
Thank you.
You that one's master, then? If you'd kindly pay the coin he owes us, we can pretend you didn't draw your blade on Republican soldiers.
Or you can go back to your garrison and I won't report you to your captain.
Oh, you're more than welcome to. He hasn't had many visitors since we slit his throat.
Farewell. I'd expect as much from Hugo's faithful, but these were men of the fist.
Much has changed in the Republican army since they lost their rock.
You've seen this kind of thing before, then?
Many times. I was sent here to observe the situation.
You're one of Rutherford's men. He sent me to look for you.
Well, then you have my thanks. I fancy I could defend myself against one, perhaps two, but a whole regiment. I arrived in Dalimil several days ago, but when I called upon the captain of the local garrison to make inquiries, his men confiscated my effects and locked me in a cell.
The captain is no more, and his men make the rules now.
Fortunately, I was able to bribe my way free, only to be stopped again by those soldiers you so kindly dispatched.
What of the Fist's Central Command? Surely they wouldn't allow such lawlessness amongst their ranks.
I would imagine they are unaware of it. Most of the army has fallen back to the capital and hunkered down behind her walls. Those who weren't recalled now rule the fringes unchecked, answering to no one but themselves.
Then it's worse than we imagined. You should return to Rosaria. It's not safe here.
I'll find a caravan heading north. You won't mind if I borrow one of these soldiers' coin purses?
Not at all. Now, to find this second associate of Rutherford's. If he was bound for Oriflamme, I'll start at Northreach and see if I can pick up his trail.
Nothing to report. Same as yesterday.
Gilbert, take this crystal. There's no more gift than the bearer I sold to buy it.
I always thought it was the blessing I'd miss if the fang fell. Not the miners.
You could always count
Sounds like something's happening in the square. I wonder what.
I think we better shut up shop for today.
The bastard's been lying to us.
None of the stalls were plundered this time, thanks Peter Gilbert.
Caution, brother.
There you go. This one's awake. Let's see what's inside.
got company! Come on, lads, let's tear the bastard's head off!
This must be Ignac's luggage. Nothing seems to be damaged. All right.
I hear I have you to thank for the return of my effects. What shall I call you, my good man?
Wyvern. Glad to make your acquaintance.
A formidable name indeed. Well, Wyvern, I appear to be in your debt. Redeem here tells me you wished for an audience. Is that all?
A few moments of your time should suffice, yes.
You're a peculiar fellow, Wyvern.
Master Wyvern was wondering if you could tell him about a certain single-edged sword you recently acquired.
Oh, a true work of art, that one. Karen drove me hard on the price, but I would have sold her Radim here to get my hands on that sword. It was made in the Outer Isles, far beyond the Twins, and is used exclusively by the practitioners of a unique school of swordsmanship. They believe no combat should ever exceed a single strike, and hone their blades to such perfection that none ever does. Each sword is made for that one. There's a brutal sort of beauty to it, really.
But how do they hone such an edge?
Fine question. Why, they use a whetstone, of course. Whetstones, rather. A whole array of them, right? But it is the final stone which lends the blade its legendary sharpness. A mineral quite foreign to this great realm of ours. And that is the key. The secret ingredient. Wyvern, it occurs to me that my little lecture is hardly equal to services rendered. Take this, together with my regards. The very stone of which I spoke, far rarer among and a far more fitting payment.
Thank you.
Pardon the intrusion, my lordship. However, it is long past.
So it is. I am locked in bitter competition with the right. I am one step ahead of the unscrupulous scoundrel.
And there are many other collectors out there.
Too many to count, and is a perennial thorn in my side.
I can imagine.
Farewell, Wyvern. May our paths cross again. Radim, we mustn't dawdle.
I think his lordship is rather... Coming, my lordship.
Trust Uncle Byron to find such an interesting rival. Now, let's see what Blackthorn makes it. Sorry for the wait, but hopefully you'll agree it was worth it.
You learned something about that sword, then?
I did better than that.
A whetstone?
Yes. But not...
No wonder I couldn't get the same finish on the grinding wheel. One hit and all done, eh? Might not be so bad if all you ever fought were duels. Good luck on the battlefield. Your second opponent would be your last, no matter how good you were.
Even so, is there some way it could be used to give the Cursebreakers an edge?
I think so, yeah. With this whetstone and the right kind of steel, I could probably even make a twin of the blade that rattled me. But there'd be no replacing this little rock once I worn it down to a sliver. I reckon we get a dozen swords from it, if that. Swords that the Cursebreakers wouldn't know how to wield properly, and that would see them through a single fire piece. Nah, no point trying to copy that thing. Be about as much use as a wax anvil. But finishing our blades with a whetstone this fine, now that's something to consider. And what's finer than fallen masonry, eh? Or more hard-wearing, for that matter. Just imagine it. Good Valisthian steel with an edge as sharp as any found in the Outer Isles. I won't make a copy, nah. I'll make something much better.
I'm sure the Cursebreakers will be delighted. Just don't push yourself too hard.
Don't you worry about me, sunshine. I've been working day and night since I was half your age. Hey, thanks, Clive. I mean it. I owe you one. August 2.
You'll be happy to hear you said that.
And I'll see that my debt to you's paid. First, you come and find me when you've got the materials.
All right?
Trouble with your gear, or... something for you, dear? That it? Fine.
Look, Daddy. Shining so brightly. Isn't it?
Did you hear that Martha's been turning travellers away? Her beds are full of bears. Way to help around the village and don't cause no trouble.
I'll build a barricade so sturdy, even a bandit girl.
Reckon Eastpool would make a nice little home for a few bearers and guardians with a mind to make a go of it. Such nasty bandits been sent packing up.
certainly quiet. If I were a giant antelope, it would seem like just the place. I doubt we'll find one bigger than that. You hungry, Torgal? It's over. Now, will it be enough, I wonder? I say that answers my... which means we owe the lawsman our thanks. You're just a big puppy, aren't you? Lady Karen will be relieved to hear you've got your...
I noticed you and Torgal had gone off. So, Molly's leftovers weren't good enough, eh? That'll teach me for treating you like you're still a pup. All right. No need to... Now we know what you're after. I can see about getting some in.
Speaking of which, I brought one for later. Can I leave it with you?
You can, aye. I'm nice like that. In return, you can thank Tomes for me.
I was just on my way to see him.
Ah, Clyde, were you able to locate your quarry?
We were indeed, Lawsman.
Very good, very...
Lady Karen sends her thanks, but...
Ah. Do you recall our conversation concerning Lady Jill's role in...
About how she somehow...
What, precisely that. A reasonable conclusion. The Fenrir of legend served, and while the powers attributed to him are certainly impressive...
What are you suggesting?
That Torgal may be the beneficiary of more than one icon's power. Consider that in addition to Lady Jill, he has served as a loyal companion to you, your brother, and even the late Cid. In short, the icons hitherto near at hand, or should I say at paw, have been diverse and plenty. And that number has only grown. One can but speculate as to how all of this has affected Torgal.
He has seemed more fierce of late.
And if I'm not mistaken, he will grow fiercer still. We are...
Oh.
Mid said I could ride the Enterprise next. No, she didn't. She said I could.
There's a lot of road between here and the capital. Rutherford's man could be anywhere. What happened here?
If you're with the others, they've already relieved me.
I'm not.
Then you found him. I'm Alistair Rockford, attendant
of the 7 high houses of Rosaria. It's been a long time since... Is she well?
My Lord Marquis? I was on my way back from the old capital.
Bandits?
They looked more like field hands, but it didn't matter in the end.
Which way did they go?
South, toward the...
All right. Founder knows I've met enough of their kind. You head back to Northreach.
Thank you.
They just couldn't resist, could they?
This one's ours, pretty boy.
Make for the town while you can.
You don't need to tell me twice.
This looks to be all of them.
I thought I told you to...
And stand by, as ill might...
It's just Clive, which is more than can be said for you.
I will survive.
Strange that the garrison wouldn't intervene in such a brazen attack so close.
The garrison have their hands full inside. There are few hands left to work. The market stalls are nearly bare. When I said the ones who attacked me...
Rockford, if you are to continue your investigation, you first need to seek the...
I shall return to North, but... Allow...
Don't thank me.
I suppose he'll be wondering where I've got. I shall send a Bastolus as soon as I...
My uncle certainly has his work cut out for him. I should go and tell Rutherford that his colleagues are still in one piece. I see you're still here.
The rest's location of... Speaking of which, I received word from both my...
I only happened to be in the right place at the right time. They both seem to think the realm's
I am afraid that Grimm would be putting... Storm is in crisis, and if we are to free her, we must work quickly. And we must work together. Such is your Lord Uncle's wish.
As it is mine. So Wade.
And you, Lord Rossfield.
I spoke with Martha. She tells me you have plans to free Eastpool.
That's right. I rather fear my men have been treading on her. And then there are the bearers. We need somewhere to settle them.
As can I. Which is why I agree.
That's very kind of you. With you beside us, we shall...
So?
That thankfully there aren't too and rather less, thankfully. A small force would...
I'll head into Eastpool and deal. You and the Guardians can stay outside the village. Make sure I'm not taken unawares.
I can't ask you to bear all that risk.
The Akashic are the bigger risk.
Well, I shall summon my men...
Shall I wait for you here?
No need, my lord.
All right.
We shall see you there.
Who the hell are you? Kill them!
You will leave this place. Or face the consequences. That's the end of that, then. Or maybe not. What's that thing doing here? Doesn't matter. It goes too. Too slow. Any more surprises? I'll take that as a no.
Bravo. A magnificent display, my lord.
You were watching. I thought you were keeping an eye out for Akashic.
We were. Put down more than a few on the road.
Let's hope it was the last of its kind.
I would hope so, my lord.
Your men will be bringing the bearers who'll be living here, I assume. It might be best to send word for them to come right away. Before any other unsavory characters move in.
Of course. I'll send orders for them to depart immediately. Leave it with me, my lord.
Home. Without masters.
No. We're the masters now. Our lives are our own at last.
That's all of them. And not a single Akashic in sight. Now to begin the important work of rebuild. It won't be easy. Especially not after 5 years of beasts and blackguards having their wicked way with it. The masonry might still be sturdy enough, but half the beams are rotted. Those that weren't lost in them. It'll take a bit of elbow grease. But we'll see Eastpool rise.
So wait. Lady Hannah is buried here. If you don't mind, I'd like Oscar to join the rebuilding efforts. He should be a part of this.
Of course.
I'll let Martha know that everyone arrived safely. If you need anything more...
And we will, my lord.
And so the healing of Eastpool begins.
Let's go and tell Martha the good news.
Ah, there. Sir Wade told me you got rid of the bandits. What's all this about? Some shape? On second thoughts, it'll only give me nightmares of me own.
I suppose it will be.
What else? Eastpool. Sir Wade said it best. There's plenty bad happened to that place.
Did Wade say that?
Well, something along those lines. Anyway, the poor souls might have made it to Eastpool. So the way I see it, if it's food or lumber or strong backs they need, the rest is ready to provide it.
Thank you, Martha.
No, thank you. You didn't have to help us.
I wanted to.
Ah, Clive, I'd like you to take something to seeds. I'll keep providing, but if Eastpool, as of those, they've lived there, small wonder they ain't. And if you're wondering, Sir Wade's putting a...
All right.
Thanks. There.
Gizal greens.
Not the most mouthful. Better that than some... And chocobos love them too. They ain't exactly succulent, but...
I'll take your word.
Anyway, Sir Wade, I'll go up there and show him myself.
I'm sure you will.
Ah, what brings you to eat?
A delivery from...
These are Gizal green seed. Martha's keen to cut the... I jest, of course, but they'd long since gone to seed.
Martha was hoping he might be able to show the bearers so that they'll be able to fend for themselves.
That's not a bad idea. These bearers had only recently escaped their... They know little of freedom, of providing for themselves, and unless we teach them how to live like free men, not that myself and the Guardians have been the best example to them so far, it's about time we all started to provide for ourselves. Unfortunately, we've been a little too busy of late to focus on much besides bolstering...
The Horde is closing in. They're coming, Sir Wade. All of them.
Damn it all. I thought we'd gather the men in the square. Send...
Yes, Sir Wade.
The Horde.
A Kashek, a veritable legion of them. They've been seen prowling around the northern reaches. We don't have the numbers to hold back a swarm that size. I had hoped to build a perimeter wall so that myself and the Guardians might be able to defend the village, but...
Now you're out of time.
Precisely.
What if you could call on reinforcements from Eastpool?
You mean the bearers? We brought them here so they might live, not die fighting for their lives.
So wait. You said you lack men to defend the village. Are the bearers not men, though they may not be trained soldiers like your Guardians? What help they are able to offer could still prove the difference between victory and defeat.
You're right, my lord. I will appeal to them. My friends, I humbly beg your aid. We Guardians are few and our enemies many. But I swear we can defeat them with you at our side.
You would send us to the slaughter, to serve as bait for those fiends so that you and your men might be spared. And to think we trusted you. Say what you will, a home is not worth dying for.
But it is worth fighting for. Sir Wade fights to give you lot a chance. Just like I do. Just like Sid does. We all wanted to give you a home where you could be free. And you got one, didn't you? This place, Eastpool. This is your village. Your home. And if you don't fight to protect what's yours, you'll lose it. You know I'm right. This world wants to take everything from you. Everything. Your homes, your freedom, your very lives. So then, are you going to stand by and let that happen to you? Are you going to accept fate like good little Bran did and die, having never stood up for yourselves? Or will you fight like free men and women?
What are you doing?
All right. Give me a sword. I never dreamt I'd have a home of my own. And now that I have, I don't want to lose it. I will protect what's mine, or die trying.
We all will. Free men and women, fighting together. For Eastpool! For Eastpool! Thank you, Martha.
Don't mention it. Just promise me one thing. That you'll show them how freeborn fight.
Gladly.
Well, if it was numbers you were lacking, you certainly won't be now.
Thanks to you.
Me? Oh, I just love the sound of my own voice.
Lord Rossfield, my lady, we're ready.
So what's the plan of action?
We'll divide our forces into several small detachments, each made up of guardians, bearers, and guards from the rest. Upon engaging with the Akashic, each detachment will keep the creatures occupied as best they can. Steadily.
You're going to lure them into the village?
I am. We will have neither the time nor the resources to treat the wounded, so injuries must be avoided at all costs. Instead, we will focus purely on defense at first. By coordinating our withdrawal through the use of messengers drawn from among the bearers, we will aim to have the swarm converge at a point of our choosing. With luck, that point will be the village square, the perfect place for our most able warriors to surround them and fall upon them, and for you and I to finish them off.
A sound plan, but one that'll require a leader with a cool head and strong nerves to coordinate the retreat. I'd say you have both in abundance, Sir Wade, but you'll be needed. Please, leave the last of the fighting to me.
Ha! And let you have all the glory.
Sir Wade! They're here!
Then you know what you must do. We work together, everyone playing their part, each shielding the other that no man might fall, that Eastpool might live on. For Rosaria!
For Rosaria!
We've no time to argue, my lord. I'll do as you ask.
And I will do as you ask.
Suppose we'd better do our bit too, then, eh?
Right you are, Martha.
The calm before the storm. And here it comes.
We cannot let Eastpool fall.
And we won't. Looks like that's the last of them.
Lord Rossfield! Change of plan!
What is it?
Owl from the rest. An Akashic curl's been sighted on Rhiannon's ride and is headed in there to...
Well, the better half of her guard is here. So Wade, how many Akashic remain in Eastpool?
Hard to say. I could order a detachment or two...
No. Let them finish the job. You stay here too, Sir Wade. Your men need you. I'll go after the curl. Join me only when Eastpool is won.
If you're sure, my lord. May the Founder protect you.
Next one's mine.
save that stuff later.
There it is. With me, Joshua. All right. Back to Eastpool.
Lord Rossfield, the Curl, is it?
It's dead.
Thank the Founder for that. And for you, my lord. We were able to eradicate the rest of the Horde. I have guardians posted around the village to keep watch for foot. I hesitate to say it, but I think it might be over.
I think it might.
We saved Eastpool. Thank you, my friends. Thank you.
No, Sir Wade. It's us who should be. You brought us together.
We never had nothing to call our own before. We didn't know what it meant to protect it, but now we do. We really do.
Forgive us, Sir Wade. You and your people saved us, and still we doubted you. But there's no doubt in my mind anymore. We're free men now, so we have to start acting like it. We have to fight to protect what's ours, to protect Eastpool.
And we shall. We all shall. Together. This is our home. And if anyone or anything tries to take it away,
they'll have us to answer to.
Come on then. Let's get to work.
This village isn't going to rebuild itself.
They're not slaves anymore.
No. They're Rosarians. Your father took pity on the bearer's plight, and I believe if he was still with us today, this is what he would have wanted.
I believe you might be right.
I shall remain here, my lord, and do what I can to help rebuild the village. After all, this is my home now too. And I could hardly call myself an Eastpoolian if I didn't pull my weight.
I think you'll find it's Eastpudlian, Sir Wade. But you should be proud all the same. I'll have to pull my weight too. Can't have the rest getting outclassed. Speaking of which, I ought to be getting back.
Can we continue to count on your support, Martha?
Of course, and I'll be counting on yours too. Us Rosarians have got to stick together, haven't we?
Indeed we have.
And Clive, come by the Golden Stables when you get the chance. I ain't paid you for delivering them seeds yet.
All right. I will.
Lord Rossfield, do you remember our very first mission together? Clearing the goblins from the Stillwind marshes?
How could I forget?
There's one sight that I shall never forget. You, facing off against that giant Morble. Not a trace of fear on your face. Since that day, there have been more than a few times when I felt like giving up. When the odds seemed so stacked in the enemy's favor, I thought I may as well just lay down my sword and surrender. But every time I would think back to the look in your eyes that day and remember what it means to be a shield. Know that whatever trials Eastpool may face, I shall never lose courage. Thanks to you.
So Wade, you have always been a true shield. I know that Eastpool, and indeed all of Rosaria, will be safe in your hands.
Thank you, my lord. I know the rest of the world will be safe in yours.
I'll do my best.
The hero returns. It's lucky you came by when you did, eh? Not only did my seeds get delivered, but...
I just did what I could.
And it's only right that you get rewarded for it. Take it before I change my mind.
Thank you, Martha.
So, East Pool's finally back and a home to free bearers.
Well, it was your idea.
I know that, but I never stopped to think what it would mean. Though I suppose the rest ain't much different nowadays. You know, bearers living free like that. Loath as I am to recall that particular day.
I take it you didn't always see eye to eye. What happened?
Well, if you really want to know, I started doing what I do long before I met Sid. In fact, that's how I met him. Or at least how he came to meet me. He showed up at the stables one day, asking questions about who'd been buying up bearers. Founder knows what he thought I was doing with them. Running a hunt, poking around in their innards. Something awful, anyway. Me, I thought he was a new constable. Thought the game was up. But somehow we both managed to work out what each other was about. And before I knew it, the cheeky arse was rattling on at me about how I was doing it all wrong. After all my hard work. Told me I was giving them relief, but not freedom. That my bearers were still dying as slaves. Got right under my skin, it did. Told him if he didn't like it, he could bugger off and report me to the garrison. And do you know what he did? He smiled. And then he laughed. And then I did the same. We made a pact that day, that whenever one of us was in need, the other would always be there for him.
And you were?
Well, we both wanted the same thing. To make life better for bearers. Just like your dad. Do you know I was born right around the time Elwyn became Archduke? Growing up, I saw how he tried to change things. He certainly didn't lack for ambition, that one.
Indeed. But the loftier one's ambitions, the harder they are to achieve. Which is why those of us who follow in their footsteps need to finish what people like Sid and my father started.
Suppose you're right, aye. And if we don't manage it, there's always them who come after us. Good thing we've got a few half-decent sorts waiting in the wings, eh? It's almost enough to give you a little bit of hope.
Just a little.
Anyway, enough nattering. Better get back to work. Let's see about making everyone some dinner, shall we? The least the folks who saved Eastpool deserve is a hot meal. And you and me ain't gonna save the world on an empty stomach neither.
That sounds like a wonderful idea.
Aye, it's a dangerous world out. It'd better all be here. You'll not find a better price than that. It'd better all be here. You're rubbing me blind, you know. You'll not find a better price than that. None today, I'm afraid. Finished, are you?
covered in nicks and lumps, the lot of them. It's a wonder they can still walk.
Ah, I wasn't expecting you back so soon. Your benefactors are a generous lot. All yours. All done?
Fancy a look at the list, do you? I'm sorry to drag you into this, Master Clive. It's just I couldn't think who else to ask, and... Here you go. Think you can help?
Alright, this is going to be the end of this video. Peace.